Bedtime Story Devotional. Calling You. Ephesians 4:1. I, a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. You have been called by God. You've probably heard people talk about their calling. Maybe your pastor or children's pastor or parents have said they have a calling in life. What do you think that means? God talks in the Bible about people being called, and it basically means that they feel God telling them to do something specific. They also feel an inner nudge towards some kind of action. We all have a calling. We just might not know what it is yet. Some adults don't know what their calling is, and some feel their calling very early in life. And sometimes we have more than one calling. What do you think your calling might be? Any ideas? When you think of the people around you, what do you think their calling might be? For instance, your pastor was called to ministry. Your parents might have been called to their careers or to be parents. If you want to start an interesting conversation, ask them what they think their calling is. The Bible tells us we all have a purpose and that God has a plan for our lives. Part of that is His calling for us. So it's important to listen for God's nudge. It's important to talk to God a lot and practice being silent too, so we can hear Him. It's important to read the Bible and go to church and pay attention to the gifts and talents God gave us. We play an important part in God's story. What's your calling? Stay tuned and find out. Finding your calling can be like working your way through a maze. Have you ever wandered through a corn maze or solved a maze in school? Using a piece of paper, the border of a page, draw a maze to remind you that finding your calling in life is a journey. Repeat after me. Dear God,
Dear God,
thank you for having a plan
thank you for having a plan
and calling on my life.
and calling on my life.
Please remind me to be patient
Please remind me to be patient
and listen for your calling.
and listen for your calling.
Amen.
Amen.